Hello, my name is Chuck Ross, and we're playing Minecraft. And today I have two little facts that might be interesting to start this episode off. First of all, first fact here, um, I found out for no particular reason, while I was doing completely unnecessary research on firework rockets in Minecraft, that the maximum viewing distance of fireworks is 64 blocks. As an example, that would be like from those random little dispensers over there to that grass block attached to those scaffolding blocks. Again, for no particular reason, I'm bringing that up. The second one is a little more interesting going forward. Nice. That let's see, how would I phrase this? You know how when villages form, or they generate, a lot of times if they generate over sort of open air or over water, the buildings will have sort of like this mound stuck to the bottom of it, as if there's like a floating island with a single house on it that's connected to like a wood bridge or something. I believe that's what this entire mountain is. So if I go up here, we can look at the trail ruins at the top, just to remind you, because I don't think I've really shown it since maybe the first episode, and I'm not entirely sure I really showed it then either. But up here, we've got this poking out the top, trail ruins. And I believe that one is one of the special blocks. So this is the top of one of the trail ruins. And if we come down here, a couple of traveling villagers, or wandering traders, that's the word, have stopped by, and some of them have been gracious enough to give me some of their leads. So after the last one stopped by, I was like, you know what? I want to get some foxes. And I wanted to put them somewhere and figured I'd put them in this wall. And as you can see, I bumped into one of the trail ruins. Didn't bump into it over here, but that's the case. So that got me thinking, that's weird. It surprises me that it's this far this way, when I know that the other one is like way over there. And then I was thinking, and this I haven't done research on, this is just me making assumptions, but I think that the reason this entire lump is here is because it was supposed to generate a trail ruin, which means I might just, when I go through and actually discover the trail ruins and dig through them and all that, I might just remove this entire mountain as we go. And what that would also do is kind of open this area up a bit. Let me climb up here. Because I was trying to figure out where I wanted to plant the rest of the fields, but I also have another building attached to this farm and barn that I want to put up. And if I dig this part away, so I'm assuming, because the top is just visible, that little orange just over there. I wish I could zoom in. For some reason, Fabric doesn't come with like one of the zoom in things. I also just haven't found a geode in this world, so apologize for that. But yeah, if you can barely see, there's a little bit of orange peeking out over there, and I think that's on that part of the hill. This part, I think, was just generated so that they could put the trail ruins underground. I think that's it. So I'm probably going to dig that part out. I'm not sure how much of this will get moved. I mean, we're talking a bit down the ways as far as the rest of this. I think this part I might focus on a lot sooner because I want to put up a new building. And I think the perfect spot for it would actually be basically butting up against the hill or the mound here. Because I want to build a, let's see, can I do it? Not this time. I would like to build a greenhouse. And the greenhouse is going to put I'm sorry, the greenhouse is going to have the bees, probably a bone meal farm for like the two tall flowers. And the third thing going in there is I want to use the foxes to make a bone meal farm. Because now that I have them, it should be significantly easy. It's basically just rails and hoppers at that point. So I don't think I'm going to... I'm not sure which what the process is, because I'm kind of short on time for this episode. Some plans happening later this week, so I wanted to try to get something recorded quickly. So I will probably cut away and figure out what I actually want to do for this kind of rushed episode, so I'll be back in a minute. I think actually because of the short notice and how fast I have to get this out, I think I am actually going to do the... probably not the building today, but I think I would like to get the bone meal farm set up at the very least. And I should be able to do that fairly simply with the limited time I've got. So let us get out some wasted diamonds, and I guess I'm just going to tear this field down. As much as you may plead, I will not assist. Nope, not going to help. Anyway, so I'm trying to figure out how I want to set this up, because I know I'm going to have this in the building eventually. And I don't think this is technically in the way for what I want to do. I might shave off a little bit for now, just so that it's a little farther back. But I'm also trying to figure out how big I want this field, I guess. It's not really a field, like the enclosure to be. Because it's got to be... Let's see, I'm expecting it to be at least 8 by 8. And probably... I don't know. Let's just lay it out and see what happens. So... let's assume it's centered on this. That way we have a little bit of space between the barn and the building here. So let's just call that the center. And I want... let's say this half will be the bees, and this half will be the foxes, for no particular reason. So if... let's say we build it on this level... let me just fill this in real quick. Do I feel like that's big enough? On one hand, I kind of think it is. But maybe having 2 layers would be more efficient for what I'm looking for. So I think... let me push this wall back a little bit, just like the 2, maybe 3 blocks. And let me figure out what I want to do with that. I think a 10 by 10 is good. But I think I will want 2 layers of this. So I'm going to go... I think I'm going to go down a layer to keep the profile kind of lower. So if this is going to be the ground, then the rail will have to be on this block. So that will put that down a couple more. For now, I think we'll just do the 1. Just so that I can show you basically how this works. It's not terribly difficult to do. It's just, I think it's a kind of farm that most people don't need or really think of. Because, you know, usually skeleton spawners aren't that difficult to find. I just haven't found one yet. So let me get So I think I've got rails in here. Yeah, that'll be plenty. I will need a couple of hoppers. That's fine, because we're going to need some going to chests anyway. So I guess a little bit more of that. That should be plenty. I'll need a couple of gold rails. I think I'll need 20. Actually, let's see. Because the outside of the farm is going to have the... Well, yeah, I'll still want 20. Okay. Let's see. I think... Oh, that's more than I thought that was going to be. Okay. So which way do I want the delivery system to go? Probably to the front here, I think. And then we will also want a little bit farther away from there. How's that going to work? Okay. Right. I'm assuming I can't just put the torch on top. Right. I know that's crazy, but I had to check. So I'll have to go underneath and put those there. Alright, sleep accomplished. So let's get through this. And how far does this go? I guess that's the end of it. Okay. Actually, maybe we should put the torches on something as well. And then let's go towards the inside again. All right. Cool, okay. And then for here, we're going to want to make a couple of chests. You know, I could probably get away with just a single line going all the way down. It probably doesn't have to be both sides, so maybe we will just do the one. Because it's not like it's super fast or anything. So let's do that, and then I guess let's first get all of the tracks in. Because I was doing some testing in my single player creative world, and I found that firstly, aligning the tracks is kind of difficult when you're trying to do, you know, this back and forth sort of thing. But especially if you're trying to go in, yeah, let's actually connect one over there so I know that's not going to happen. I found that putting in all of them and then going back in and then just adding the powered rails wherever I'm going to put them is a little bit easier. You know, for all those following along at home, I guess. Cool. So now, real quick. Oh, does this one go... This goes all the way back here. Right. So one more of everything, basically. Okay. Okay, and that should be fine. So now we will go in with the powered rails. So we'll go 1, 2, 3. And then on the everywhere that isn't a everywhere that isn't an end, so it's going to jump off of this and then go back around, we're just going to do 2, and that should be plenty. And we're going to do these 2 for no particular reason. Let me get in here again. So what did I say? We'll just do this line first. All right, and then over here, we've got this one, and this one. And then we're going to stick to the two here, I think, again. Is that what I did? I think so. Yeah, that's fine. It doesn't have to be symmetrical. I don't know why I'm so picky about it right now, but here we are. Nice. I believe that is everything I need. It looks like it's all connected correctly. Okay, so next, I guess I'm probably going to start planting the sweet berries. So if I recall reading on the wiki, foxes have a jump height of, I want to say, what is it? It's like a block and a half, unless you're doing like the little pounce thing over like a chicken or something. At that point, it is, I want to say, up to 5 blocks. I don't know if it's always 5 blocks or what the deal is, but... So I think a wall should be fine. I might double check that, but that should be the case. Originally, I had actually tested this with mud blocks because they're not quite a full block. They're kind of like path blocks in that way, where if I were to, you can still plant the sweet berries on them, and if you were to drop something on the mud blocks, they won't actually... Let's go ahead and close this up for now. Well, maybe we'll just put them here. Yeah, so if you were to... if the foxes were to, like, get the berries on the... when it's on the mud blocks, they will just sit on the ground and then immediately fall into a dropper. Not a dropper, a hopper. So you could just have the entire place just hoppers on the bottom layer instead of having to do the rails. So you just have hoppers where the rails are, and they could feed directly into, the chest, or... Although I guess I'm going to have this feed into a different thing, so we'll change that eventually. Yeah, so I did that and then tested it out, and for some reason, foxes won't actually harvest the sweet berries if they're growing on mud. And I don't know why that is, but that seems to be the case. Let me double check their max jump height when there's not chickens involved, and I will be right back. Well, after Googling again, just to make sure, it turns out that it seems like foxes can kind of just jump up to like 3 blocks no matter what. So I'm just going to go ahead and make it 3 blocks tall. I'm definitely going to keep a couple in reserve, obviously. Honestly, I think just 1 or 2 in here should be enough. So I think that's what I'll do. And maybe to keep them from getting skittish every time I come by, it might make sense to only go for the ones that you breed. I don't know if you know this, but if you breed foxes, the one that you've bred will not be afraid of you. So, as you can see, when I shift, those two wake up, or when I shift, they go to sleep, and when I unshift, they wake up. Same over here. You got the one over there sleeping, like that. So, probably gonna go for the 2 that I bred. And let's see, how do I want to do this? Nice. And for now, we will put you... Well, I guess we'll just put you there. And same deal with these guys. You gonna wake up? There you go. So you come over here with me. And you can go there too. Would you like a berry in exchange for the block? Would you like a berry in exchange for the block? Thank you. So, let's see. Actually, since I got you guys out here, why don't I go ahead and breed you two? Let me get you real quick. Oh man, you're kind of fast, aren't you? Let's take you in here. Nope, in here. All right, let's get that going. Cool. Wake up. Time to go to work. All right, let's see. Let's get you moved a little bit. Make sure we don't accidentally dangle you. I guess maybe to just make this too wide. I did see that foxes, I believe it takes them 5 blocks of falling before they will take damage. Okay. Y'all are not making this easy, huh? Would one at a time made more sense? Probably. Cool. Okay, so I believe if I just fall out and then walk away, so they're not going to get like pulled up the wall, break the leads. Oh, you're sleeping. Oh, I remember. There's a thing I need to do. Let's see. Do I have any blocks of snow? Cool. Okay. As long as there is a entity within a certain radius of them, they won't fall asleep. So what I'm going to do is probably try to find the middle. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be close enough. We'll use that to get around it. And I guess might as well put the torch there now. And then go there, there, and break that, and there. Hypothetically, this should wake them up. Yep. Cool. So now I just need to make sure that this is covered. Let's see. So do that. Cool. That's pretty much done. I mean, they're going to eat some, but we'll consider that payment. But foxes, I guess, are a little lazy, so you have to make sure there's a foreman overseeing them. Yeah, I think that's enough, honestly. I don't think... I don't think there's really a point in me, putting in more, although I could. I'll probably leave it like this for a bit and see how they do. Because if it's always full like this, that's a little too slow, but on the other hand, if it's always empty, then there's too many of something. So, I guess we'll just leave it like this, see how it goes. I think I'm going to have to call it there, though. But thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye.